We fought over it, conquered and exploited it, as if there were no limits to what we could do to this place. The world shook to our achievements. It took us more time to realize that the thing we were all struggling to get a bigger piece of was more fragile than we thought. But now, at the 11th hour, we know. We know that the Earth is our home, and that sometimes unwittingly, we have been inflicting terrible damage to it, to the air we breathe, to the water we drink, to the soils which give us food. Unless we alter our approach, I believe that we shall, sooner rather than later, face a reckoning. This is one of the last wildernesses left in Europe. It is the edge of the flow country, right up in the north of Scotland. It's a strange, evocative area and has a wild, desolate beauty of its own. Only a few years ago, this stretch of empty moorland would have been dismissed by most people as of no interest or importance, and certainly of no economic value. You couldn't grow anything on it, you couldn't keep animals here. No one would want to live in such a desolate place. But recently, our attitude has gone through a dramatic change. We've come to value places like this precisely because they are so remote and so wild. They have become infinitely precious to us because they are the last stretches of wilderness left in the world. We have suddenly become aware of just what a devastating impact we have made on the world. In the last few decades, with our huge advances in technology, that impact has reached a point of crisis. Even the flow country hasn't escaped. Remote as it is under threat. Great machines have been at work ploughing up the bog to plant vast new conifer plantations. Planting rather than cutting down trees may seem like a good idea, but using these methods, it's totally at odds with the local ecology, destructive of a very delicate ecosystem that's taken thousands of years to build. Compared with the fate of the world's rainforests, this might seem unimportant. But what we do to the flow country indicates our attitude to nature. Whatever the case, I've certainly reached the conclusion that there are no easy answers, political or technological, to the environmental crisis. Even though it is hard to believe sometimes that such a crisis exists, we are still tempted to believe that it is all the result of excessively alarmist talk. It has been extraordinary to witness the surge of interest that there has been in the subject over the last couple of years. The ozone layer, marine pollution, toxic waste, acid rain, global warming, these rather fateful phrases have gradually become part of our daily lives. These are the kind of questions which concern me deeply for more than 20 years. I am, to say the least, no scientific expert. There are plenty of others who seem to know a great deal more about the subject than I do. But I would like to raise a few questions. I've gradually come to believe that we cannot solve our environmental problems simply by coming up with yet more answers based on technology alone. Every so-called solution seems to unleash a whole new generation of problems. What interests me is the debate going on beneath the actual issues. It's a debate about values, about what we mean by things like wealth, progress, and growth.